Imagine a village that seems to float between sea and sky. Welcome to Ease. A medieval eagle's nest on the French Riviera, perched high above the glittering Mediterranean. From these ramparts, you can trace the curve of the coast from Nice to Monaco, while the breeze carries the scent of citrus, pine, and salt. Inside the old stone walls, lanes twist like a small labyrinth. Vaulted passages open to sunlit steps, and every turn frames a balcony of blue water. Artists hang canvases from ancient arches. Small ateliers display ceramics, leather, and perfume. Ease keeps its rhythm slow. This is a place to wander without a plan, to let history guide your pace, and to feel time stretch with every step. Stay with us as we explore Ease, the village suspended above the sea. Perched high above the Mediterranean, Ease is a medieval village in the Alps Maritimes, located between Nice and Monaco on the French Riviera. It clings to a rocky limestone ridge about 400 to 430 meters above sea level. Step through the old gate and the village feels timeless. Cobbled lanes curl upward, arches frame sudden views, and stairways lead to the ruins of a 12th century castle at the peak. From its terraces, you look down over Ise-sur-Mer and along the Côte d'Azur, with St. Jean-Cap-Ferrat cutting a silver line into the sea. Down at sea level, Ise-sur-Mer is a small beach hamlet with a pebble shore and a train station. A steep path and winding roads connect the two worlds, one by the water and one on the rock, each with a very different mood. Despite its small size, Ease is a star of the Route des Villages Perches, a network that links about 15 hill villages across the region. Its coastal setting and careful preservation make it one of the most admired. Come for the medieval streets, the sweeping views, the ateliers, the perfumeries, and the feeling that time, for a moment, stands still. The climate is classic Mediterranean. Summers are sunny, warm and dry. Winters are mild and wetter. That gentle rhythm lets gardens spill over stone walls and helps exotic plants flourish on the sunlit slopes. Cars do not enter here, so the soundscape is footsteps, voices, and the rustle of leaves. Modern roads and the railway opened the heights to visitors. The Moyenne Corniche in the early 20th century brought travellers to the village gates. In 1949, the exotic garden turned the ruins into a balcony of cactus and other desert plants with amazing viewpoints. Perfumers from Grasse opened workshops, artists and hoteliers restored old houses, and Yves became a Riviera icon. Today, the old town is pedestrian and carefully protected. Gates, chapels and stone lanes are conserved, and the village manages crowds to keep its calm. Yves remains what it has long been, a watchful perch above the sea, shaped by centuries of defence, faith, craft and the search for beauty. Today, Yves is a small commune with a tight-knit feel. The population sits just above 2,000 residents. Many homes are second residences or short-term rentals, so parts of the village can feel quiet in the off-season. That makes it harder to keep a full-time community alive year-round. The people who live here skew older and more affluent. More than a third are over 60. Property prices are among the highest on this stretch of coast. Historic stone houses are rare and prized. Villas on the slopes often sell for several million euros. Strict zoning protects the look of the village, but it also keeps the housing supply tight. Food in Yves tastes like the Riviera's sun. Think olive oil, garlic, lemon, ripe tomatoes, and the scent of hillside herbs. In village kitchens, you will find petits, farces, tomatoes, or zucchini filled with savoury stuffing, slow baked in olive oil. By the sea, it is all about the daily catch. Sea bass, or bream grilled with thyme and lemon, or a rich Provençal fish stew. Anchovies appear everywhere on pissaladier with sweet onions marinated for an aperitif, or blended into ancho added for bread and raw vegetables. Herbs grow wild on the slopes: rosemary, thyme, sage, oregano. Goat cheese is a local friend, fresh and creamy for salads or stronger, when aged, often with honey or olive oil.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, okay.
Rise with us to the very top of Ys, where a garden floats between stone and sky. The Jardin Exotique crowns the old castle ruins and lies out a full circle of Riviera views. From this perch at about 429 metres, you can read the coast from Cap Ferret across the bays of Ys and Villefranche. And on the clearest days, people say you can even glimpse the Corsican mountains on the horizon. Paths weave past terraces and lookouts, so you can pause, breathe, and let the panorama sink in. Here, the setting is as captivating as the botany. Hundreds of plants adapted to sun and stone grow among the ramparts. Tall cactus and agave stand like sculptures, while smaller species nestle in warm rock pockets. The garden is arranged to showcase both hardy succulents and Mediterranean plants, turning the fortress into a living classroom and an open-air gallery.
Para baixo?
Yeah, that's good, probably.
Art meets landscape through the graceful female figures by Jean-Philippe Richard. These statues appear at bends and terraces, their calm lines echoing the cliffs and sea. They are part of the garden's identity, now adding a poetic note to the walk and drawing your eye toward light and horizon. As you explore, you will find clear plant labels and panels that sketch the site's story from stronghold to sanctuary. Benches invite you to linger. A camera is almost a necessity here, but do not rush. The best moments are often the quiet ones when the wind brushes the yuccas and the church bells float up from the village below. High above the Riviera, the exotic garden of Ys crowns the old castle rock. After the Second World War, dozens of villagers began the climb with sacks of soil and crates of plants on their backs. André Ganton, the mayor at the time, joined forces with Jean Gastord, the mind behind Monaco's exotic garden. They chose this summit for a reason. The Riviera Plateau shelters it from cold northern winds, and the steep limestone drains water quickly. In simple terms, it is a perfect cradle for succulents. Cactus, agave, and aloes took hold where stone once ruled. At the very top, ruins keep watch. This height has drawn people since the end of the Iron Age. Around 220 years before Christ, local families settled the spur for safety. Fragments of those ancient walls still survive in the village. Later, the Lords of Ez raised a fortress in the 12th century. To guard it, the Counts of Provence and later the Dukes of Savoy placed trusted soldiers known as castellans. Each served for a year. Each swore to keep the stronghold from enemy hands. War reached the rock in 1706. During the Spanish Wars, Louis XIV ordered the fortress destroyed so it could never threaten France again. The walls fell, but the view remained. During the Belle Epoque, early visitors climbed from the shore to stand in this wind and light. Ladies rested beneath parasols. Gentlemen loosened their vests. A local set up a simple drink stand, and the panorama did the rest. Today, the garden and the ruins carry that story forward, where sea, sky, and stone meet.
Crunching down on a half-bell chicken. Non, désolé. Donc exactement.
Ez is tiny, yet it welcomes a tidal wave of visitors each year. Recent counts suggest between 1 and 2 million people come to this clifftop village annually. On peak summer days, more than 5,000 tourists can thread through its narrow lanes.
Hey, Price, stay here.
Tourism drives the economy. The medieval lanes are lined with galleries, craft shops, and small food stores that depend on visitor spending. The perfume factories of Fragonard and Gallimard bring tours, retail jobs, and workshops that let guests blend their own scents. Luxury hotels such as La Chèvre d'Or, Chateau Isa, and the waterfront Cap Estel Anchor Hospitality, with restaurants and bars that also serve day visitors. Fine dining adds another layer, supporting chefs, sommeliers, and local producers who supply olive oil, wine, fish, and seasonal fruit. Summer brings the surge. Shops hire extra staff, and most of the year's revenue arrives between June and September. Winter is quiet and some doors close. Spring and autumn have grown as shoulder seasons. The big challenge is balance. Ez wants to welcome the world and still remain a real village for the villagers who call it home.
You want me to pay? No, I can pay. I will be for the dinner last night too. I don't think it's working.
Was walking waist to waist in daar. Ik het voor mij zien trappen in jachtens.
Heel erg.
那茶调插这个里边。
不是啊，那是那个字，那个什么。
First time ever. Movie called
Step into the cool shade of Notre Dame de l'Assomption, the church that anchors Yves below the castle ruins. Its neoclassical lines are simple outside, with a triangular pediment, pilasters, and a blue clock face on the square bell tower. Most of what you see dates to the 18th century rebuilding, with the tower completed in the 19th century. From this terrace, you look over Yves-sur-Mer and the bright arc of the coast. On many weekends, you might hear bells for a wedding or a christening. The square fills with laughter and the ochre walls glow in the sun. It is a reminder that this landmark is not only a postcard, but a living parish. The church sits in the lower part of the old village and is usually open during the day. Combine a quiet stop here with your climb to the garden above. In a few minutes on foot, you move from incense and painted chapels to cactus and sea light. This village is a cliffside dream where stone lanes climb toward the sky and the sea feels close enough to touch. From the chapel square to the exotic garden at the summit, every turn opens a new frame of blue. You can trace the coast from Cap Ferrat to Monaco and feel the breeze mix pine, citrus and salt. Ease invites slow steps. Light spills through vaulted passages. Small ateliers share ceramics, leather and perfume. The old limestone holds centuries of stories, yet the village feels alive in the present. Take the Nietzsche path down to the shore if you want the full sweep of the landscape, or linger on a terrace and let time stretch. If ease has left you with calm and colour, carry that feeling with you. May these views remind you to wander without hurry and to look for beauty in the details.
Yeah, but I think the car park is done. And we went down.
Thank you for walking with us through ease, from the stone lanes to the cliffside views over the Mediterranean. This village has a way of slowing time and sharpening every colour. If these moments made you feel closer to the Riviera, give this video a like so others can find it too. Tell us your favourite spot in ease in the comments. Was it the exotic garden at the summit, the chapel bell echo, or a quiet terrace above the sea? If you enjoy journeys like this one, subscribe and turn on notifications so you do not miss our next adventure. Your support helps us keep exploring and sharing places that feel truly special. Until then, breathe in that last hint of pine and citrus. Take one last look over the blue horizon and carry the calm of ease with you into your day. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.